he's never been to this building, this one as well. He had never been to this building prior to drawing these, and for whatever reason, he felt compelled to draw these for this room. Mind you, he's never been here, but he drew this exact scene, which you'll recognize right down this men's side hall on the second floor. We call that the Harry Potter closet, because it's a little mini closet underneath the stairs where they used to send the children so they could be punished, basically.
So I was reading some stuff about a little girl named Susie.
Yeah.
Is she mainly...
That drawing, that is allegedly Susie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyhow, you can see it from here.
Oh, yeah.
So that little door there.
Oh, yeah.
If you recognize the drawing, it's spot on.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty wild.
So what's the story about the attic, if you don't mind me asking?
Which part? There are three elements to the attic.
So did they chain people up
Yes.
there?
Chain them up in the dungeon. The gist of it is that there were 10 commandments here. You couldn't break the 10 rules. They called them commandments. If you broke one of those 10 rules, you wound up in the jail on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
For 24 hours. If you broke a rule in the jail, you wound up in the dungeon indefinitely. When I say indefinitely, it could have been for the rest of your life. But this is the crawler room that you're in now.
Okay.
Every building seems to have a crawler now. Last year, it's like last March, we were given a tour. We had 12 of us in here. We came through that door just like us three did. I'm standing here doing my spiel, and everybody at once gasps, and they freak out and move that way towards the door. 12 people. And they all tell me, in that corner right there, they saw a small black mass traverse the corner right there, and then go up on the ceiling and disappear right about there.
Okay.
And that is one of the only rooms marked here.
Physician's office right here, guys.
Dr. Mustard was known as a body snatcher. There was a body snatching case here in the early 1900s. Body snatching was illegal at the time, but he went out back, long story short, he went out back to the cemetery on the hill here and dug a body up and stole it. Said it was for medical purposes and all that. Wound up going to mayor's court, was in jail overnight. The mayor said there was no probable cause to fine him or imprison him for anything because it was illegal back then. But they let the guy go, and the doctor stuffed the body in an Arbuckle coffee box, which is a big crate like this. Stuffed the body inside the Arbuckle coffee box and rode off into the sunset. Nobody's seen him again. And I'm going to tell the story of Jane Householder. March of 1928, Jane Householder is down the women's wing, down that way. She's sick, she's in her room. Long story short, the nurse tells her not to come out because she's going to infect the rest of the staff and the inmate population. So what does Jane do? She comes out because she's cold. She comes into either this day room or that one. We don't know which one, but it was one of these two. And she comes over to the fireplace and starts poking around at it while it's burning to stoke the fire a little bit. One of the hot embers comes out, gets on her wool dress and ignites it. She burns completely up in one of these two rooms, and she died here 9 hours later downstairs in the infirmary part, and she's buried currently up on the hill right now. We don't know much about this particular spirit, except for people calling the 8-foot tall shadow person.
Okay.
It's a very tall figure that people are seeing, but I'm going to tell you about nuisance. We had an inmate here who had a proper name. His name was not Nuisance, but he became to be known as Nuisance because every day for dinner he would demand 5 pounds of meat for dinner.
Really?
And as you can imagine, he wasn't getting 5 pounds of meat every day. But he would go ballistic on people, get upset, try to assault the guards. He actually went out back to the butcher shop on these back buildings and tried to slit the throat of one of our workers in the butcher shop because he couldn't get his 5 pounds. He resided in this room.
So this is where they chained up the inmates.
Yes. So, the hooks that you see on the wall, including the nails, another one down there, are 1868 original hooks.
Wow.
These actually had people chained to them. These chains are modern. They're not from the era. These were put in by Habitat for the scare house thing. These hooks are real. You guys notice anything about this wall?
I see,
It's like scratches.
yeah.
Look at them all.
Oh my goodness.
So, again, there's 16 positions here, and they go all the way around here. People would be up in here in the hottest of summers, the coldest of winters, and they would shit themselves. They would eat in their own mess. They fed and slept in it, right here where you're standing, until they died sometimes. And mind you, we're just 30 feet away from the orphanage. This is where children came that were wayward, had nowhere to go, or were born here. They were in the orphanage 30 feet away. At the same time, people were dying here. At the same time, there were vagrants and homeless sleeping in Bum's Alley straight across from them. So the children would be exposed to all this. It's a true story.
Yeah. All right, guys, how's it going? This is Beyond 10. My name is Brooks. This is my brother Peyton over here in front of me. Say hi, Peyton. Hello. We are at the Fairfield County Infirmary. Right now we are up in the orphanage in the attic, which is also called the dungeon. We are trying to get in contact with the spirit of a little girl named Edith. So far our K2 meter has been going off, as you can see. It has been going off non-stop, usually in the middle range. Sometimes it'll go to red. Edith, if you're here, can you make that stop for me? If this isn't Edith, will you please step away from the K2 meter? Yeah, it's just going off, guys. There's a lot of things going on up here. But we've been up here for, how long you think we've been up here, Pate? 30 minutes at least? We're going to go ahead and go down to the bottom, guys, and then we will work our way back up here eventually. Hi, Peyton. This place is actually really amazing. I mean, you know, it's got a lot of history to it. It's got a lot of tragedy, sadness. It's got a lot of things going on in this place. There's mentions of a crawler, which, I mean, we can try and look for that later on when it gets a little darker out and we're not, you know, it's not still light. But for now, this is just a pre-investigation before we actually start, from the time it gets dark to the time that we have to leave. So yeah, let's keep going. So over in this room over here, this was the nuisances room. We gotta look out for bats in here. So, a guy in here wanted 5 pounds of food per day, meat per day. He was about 7 feet tall, 8 feet tall. And he was very violent. If he didn't get what he wanted, he would attack guards, he would attack orderly, other inmates in here. But if you're in here, can you make that K2 meter spike for me? Come on, I saw it earlier while I was in here and I had it up against that picture frame. Can you do it again? Do you want us to leave? Can you make a sound? Can you knock? Oh. Thank you. Can you do it again for me, just one more time? No. Okay. So yeah, this is nuisance's room. So this 8-foot shadow figure, someone said that they saw it and it went through these doors, which for some reason they are inaccessible to the public and to them. But as you can tell, I mean, every time if I go over here, I mean, it's just going crazy. All right, guys, it's just me in here right now. So Peyton took a break, and it's just me at the moment. So what I want to do, since I'm by myself, is I just kind of want to see if I can get something to communicate with me and maybe come to this REM pod. Hello, if there's anybody in here, I have a device right here. You think you can come up and touch the top of that for me? Maybe just stand near it. It's got a little red light right there. I just need you guys to come up and just do this for me if you could. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys show me a sign that you're here. Again, you don't have to be afraid of me. I'm not here to hurt you. I want you to know that, you know, I'm here if you want to if you need somebody to communicate with. A lot of tragic things happened in here, I heard. So if you could, please just come up to this K2 or this REM pod and make it go off for me. Please. Okay. All right. Well, it seems like this room's pretty inactive, guys. Let's find something else. If there's anything in here, can you please go up to that REM pod for me, please, and make it go off? I was just in here earlier. The K2 meter was going off. Seems like all the activities pretty much stopped. I know our tour guide told us that the warden, he haunts the facility. And if he comes around, all activity just seems to stop. And I don't know if that is because he is malicious. I don't know if it's because he just controls everything here. But you guys see that? That light's on. I don't know if that's normal, if that's just... I'm about to go check that out because I did not see that room on our tour. And I did not see any lights on because no other power is on besides the main room and the main stairwell, which we're going to go check that out right now. So this is the morgue, guys. So this is where they did the autopsies on the bodies. This autopsy isn't actually for this infirmary. This is actually for another hospital called the Ridges in Athens, Ohio. But this is real. They actually used this table for autopsies. So far, nothing going on with the REM pod, which is a little strange. The K2 meter was going off like crazy. Maybe I should have stuck with that one, but so far, just a really, really eerie building. So I don't know where my brother went, but yes, I am here. I got the REM pod.
Alrighty.
Nothing's happened with it.
Really?
Yeah, nothing at all. It's been silent.
There's other people doing REM pods and stuff down here, so.
Yeah.
Where's the morgue?
It's this way. You got the physician's office, and then this way is the morgue. Peg? I was just in here, guys, but we can go back in. So, I'll tell you guys a little bit about this again. So, both these doors right here is where they actually house the bodies. That one was for the children. This one was for the adults. So adults, children. This is where they would wash the produce, and believe it or not, they actually wash the food where they put the bodies, which is horrible and gross. So for the most part, this place has seen a lot of tragedy, a lot of sadness, and a lot of things that are questionable. But as you can see, we got Kobe here getting his little setup ready. But what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to put this REM pod somewhere. Oh, look, another chicken coop, guys. What I'm going to do is put this REM pod down somewhere. Probably put it right here. Okay. I'll put this REM pod right here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to stay silent for a moment and see if we can hear anything. And see if that goes off.
Put it on there.
We can. So if there's anything in this room with us, can you please go up to that REM pod here? And all you got to do for me is this. If you could please touch the REM pod, make something move, touch me or Peyton, pull on my shirt, whatever you want, scratch me. But yeah, if you could just go up and touch that REM pod for me. All you got to do, again, just go up to it. I feel like this place is better with the K2 meter.
Maybe.
It doesn't really seem like there's a whole lot of...
Even knowing the K2 meter wasn't really doing...
I mean, it was going off in every single place. I mean, that could just be a malfunction with the K2 meter. But, I mean... The only thing I am feeling right now is...
Should be that from there.
Okay.
And they don't really... I mean, my phone's still set up in there. We're not in there.
I just hope your phone doesn't fall.
If it does, let's switch. I'm gonna go in here and just do a fucking...
I was in there too while you were out taking a break. And not much was going on in here. It's just really cold. It's cooler in here than normal. Have you noticed that?
A little bit.
It's a lot colder, but I don't know if it's because it just, I mean, we got black mold up there. Where? Oh, yeah. Look, guys, we got wildlife.
I want to do a fucking Estes. What is it called?
Estes method.
Estes method.
You can call it Estes method too, but for the most part, it's just the Estes method, or it's just a. So do you know what the Estes method is? Okay, so an Estes method for anybody that's watching, and for my brother here. So you're sensory deprivated, meaning you can't see, you can't hear. The only thing that you're going to be hearing is the white noise coming from the spirit box.
Yeah.
So while you're going under that sensory deprivation, I'm going to be asking questions. Specific questions that would pertain to a certain person or an individual that happened to die on this property. So like Jane Householder, for example. We go into a room, wherever she died in, and I would say, is this Jane Householder? And you wouldn't be able to hear me. You would then, if you heard something on the spirit box through your headphones, which are noise canceling, you would then give that response. That is the Estes method.
They open this door?
No, I think that door is locked. No, it's not. What's in there? Ooh. Yeah, so this, guys, this was the other cooler. So I'm glad it's actually open. We can actually see.
They kept kids in there?
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, misinformation. They kept kids in this one. They put adults in the other one. So nothing from the REM pod yet. But we're not going to go too far in case we hear something. As you can see, guys, it's still light out. So, I mean, it's getting darker and darker and darker and darker. And it's, if you want, let's just go ahead and turn our flashlights off and let them see what we see. This is what we see so far, guys. Absolutely nothing.
This is the basement, so...
Yeah, I mean, this is a basement, but give it a little bit of time. There is a window there.
No, I know. It'd be completely...
But if we come in here and you turn your light off, absolutely nothing.
There's a door back here in this.
What?
I was gonna say there was a door you could close, but
Yeah, there's no door.
close, like, you gotta be right up on this thing for it to be.
Yeah, you gotta be right up on it for it to even work. So like if I just,
Yeah.
or like if I'm back here because it has a good range, but I mean, nothing's making it go off yet. Again, I'm gonna ask if there's anybody in here. Susie, I hear you like to frequent the morgue sometimes. Can you make that REM pod go off for me? Maybe Willie, if you're down here. I know you like to be up in the second and third floors, but can you make that, if you're here, can you make that REM pod go off for me? Edith, nuisance. If there's anybody down here with me, can you please make that REM pod go off? Just make your presence known. We're not here to hurt you. We want to know that you're here. Nothing. It's not doing a thing, is it? All right. I say we take this back.
I'm not down with that.
Huh?
I'm down with that.
And we get another piece of equipment. Can you shine your light over here? We're going to do the essence method, guys. I'll explain that while I get set up. So it's just a spirit box recording, except Peyton over here is going to be deprived of all of his sensory. So it's sight, sound, all that stuff. He's not going to be able to hear me or hear what I'm asking. What's going to happen is I'm going to ask a question, and he's going to try and give me a response based off of what he hears. So here's Nicholas.
I've never done this.
Yeah, he's never done it.
Still pretty skeptical. I thought I was going to be scared coming in here. I'm still really not.
Yeah.
But on our K2 when we were up here, we had more big red spikes, whatever that means,
Yeah.
than
Well,
we've ever had in the holdup. So
I've had a few parts of it, not just this.
crazy.
All right, Edith. So it's just me and you. Edith, did you die in this place? Are you afraid of the crawler in that room directly in front of us? If yes, can you give us a response? Anything at all? Make something move? How old are you, Edith? Is there something else in this room that wants to make itself known? That's not Edith? Edith, if you are here, or something else, will you please make yourself known? Is the warden in here? Is there something malicious, anything that, can you make yourself known, please? Anyone at all? No? Is there anyone in here that wants to make themselves known? Can you move something? Can you say how old you are? Can you say your name? What's my name? Can you tell me my name? Can you tell me my brother's name? This is Peyton. Can you tell me his name? there anyone up here that wants to make themselves known? Please do so now. Is there anyone here? Sorry guys, it's traffic. Edith, how old are you? Where are you, Edith? Can you make yourself known? What about the crawler? Is he in here? Or she? Is the crawler in here? I don't know if it was the traffic, and I don't know if the camera even picked it up, but I thought I heard whispering over there. In that room. I mean, were you getting anything at all, or were you just getting static?
Just static, but when I looked up, I thought I felt like...
Something like walking by you, like something near you? Like something was trying to make contact with you?
Maybe. What were you asking?
I was asking, how old are you, Edith? If there's anyone here, will you please make yourself known? And then I asked about the crawler. I said, if the crawler's in here, can you make yourself known?
Yeah.
Is there anything that wants to tell me anything? Wants to talk to me? I'm not here to hurt you. Neither is my brother. We just want to know that you're here. Did you die on this property? Was that you? Can you do that again for me? Can you make that banging sound again for me, please? Is there anyone in this room that wants to make themselves known?
Distraught?
Distraught. What are you distraught about? Are you distraught by the crawler? If you could give me an answer, that'd be great. I just want to know more about what's going on here. How old are you? Do you want us to leave? How old are you? What's in here with us? Who's in that? Who frequents that room over there? What? What'd I do?
Yeah, I heard like one word.
Yeah, it was distraught.
Oh.
Let me try it.
Edith. What happened to you, Edith? Are you sad that you're not here with us anymore? Are you afraid to come over and contact us? We're more than happy to speak with you. I swear I just heard like footsteps behind me or like a ball bouncing or something. Edith, was that you? Were you stepping behind me? Was what I said, did that make you feel more comfortable with coming over and talking with me and my brother? Is there any other spirits that are willing to come and speak with me and my brother? Please come into the orphanage. Are you unhappy that
nothing. It's just white noise, bro. It's almost like if there is something here, it doesn't want to communicate with us.
I did. I said, I was like, Edith, are you uncomfortable are you uncomfortable with coming in and speaking with us? And I was like, you're more than welcome to come speak with us. And either a ball bouncing or a footstep behind you.
Wait, so you're saying in the room with the crawler?
Somewhere, I don't know. But other than that, it's just straight static.
Yeah, it's just straight static. I mean, what do you think, mate? You want to leave or you want to keep going?
Stories are all true, but I think haunted.
Probably not. Probably not. Okay.
It's a great place.
It's a great place, guys. I mean,
whoever was here, whatever happened to them, it's tragic, but I don't believe it's haunted.
yeah.
I'm skeptical either way.
I mean,
I'm
we're
skeptical about anything.
we're both skeptical about it, but at the same time, it's like the most we've got was the K2.
I mean, do you think there's another, like, I mean, by now, when I went out, when I was taking a break, there were still people pulling out.
Yeah.
So, like,
It's getting bad. I mean, this would probably be better if we paid for an overnight, which I'm going to eventually. There's going to be a part 2 to this, guys. I promise. Say goodbye.
do you want to try one more thing, or?
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Because we've only done this for 2 hours,
Yeah.
and the most we've done is get a tour. And I maybe wandered off on my own a little bit with people, with people around me, and there's really nothing much going on here. I think it's because it's just so busy, and we can't get anything like validated because of all the noise.
That's what I'm saying about these places, bro. Like, when there's fucking millions of people roaming it.
Yeah,
If there is some kind of activity, they don't want to come out with this many people.
no, I agree. We should have came later.
Yo guys, my name is Peyton with Beyond 10. Real quick before the video is officially over, I wanted to give a quick thank you to anybody who stuck around to the end. This is my brother and I's first time doing anything like this in terms of recording and paranormal investigation. And with as little activity as we were getting in the building and factoring in how many people were there at the time, you know, doing the same things as us, EMF, REM pod, spirit box, all that good stuff. I do believe it made it a little bit harder for us to make a connection or to even be able to contact these spirits. Me personally, I genuinely think there is spirits that reside in this building. We were getting big EMF spikes from time to time, but other than that, nothing really set the REM pod off. We got one word on the Estes method, but for our first time, all in all, I do believe that it went better than I expected. I walked in there expecting nothing to happen. I'm skeptical about all this stuff, but after seeing this kind of thing, it opened my eyes a little bit more, and I'm sure, hopefully, it did for some of you as well. This may be the first video you've ever seen on something like this, and if it hasn't, I do hope that it stacks up well comparing to the main guys that you watch. This wasn't an easy thing, talking to a camera, doing these kind of investigations, trying to connect with these spirits. You know, it's never an easy thing. Like I said, I do appreciate anybody who stuck around to the end. Hopefully this piqued your interest a little bit. This is not going to be our last time at the Fairfield County Infirmary. We will be going back, and we will be doing a solo or duo investigation rather, with just me and my brother in the building. Like I said, at the time there were a lot of people, so it made things just a little bit harder. We couldn't really get much of a chance to stay in one room for longer than 20 to 30 minutes without somebody coming in. Like I said, first video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Coming from a viewer standpoint, please let us know down in the comments if you've seen anything or heard anything that we possibly didn't catch at the time of recording. I know there were a couple little things I heard while I was editing this video, But yeah, if there's anything you've seen, anything you heard, please let us know down in the comments what other kind of stuff you want to see as well. It won't just be paranormal. It won't just be haunted locations. It can be abandoned, urban, exploration, anything like that. And we are more than willing to go anywhere and do anything that you guys want to see. So please let us know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. There's going to be more coming. Just stay tuned. And yeah, this is Beyond 10, signing out.